Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Navs Effect podcast. I'm your host, Naveed Ganglan. Yes, I know we haven't exactly done a podcast episode in a while, but I figured since it is a very rainy Thursday, and by the way, I hope everyone is staying dry and safe. Well, why not talk about the UAAP? We haven't had the UAAP the last few days because of the rain. Games were canceled on Wednesday, and again, we wish everyone the best. We wish everyone to stay healthy. But we've got a potential big game coming up on Saturday. Rivalry game La Salle versus Ateneo, round two. Crazy to think that they're already in round two, and it feels like they just had the round one matchup. But anyway, we still don't know if this game is pushing through. It depends how the weather will cooperate tomorrow. But assuming it does happen, I think it could be an interesting matchup because Ateneo has been playing better as of late, and of course because La Salle is a defending champion and they're peaking, having won their last six games. We're gonna have Nico Rocha come on the podcast in a little bit to discuss that and other UAAP matters, important matters as we head to the stretch run of the second round. And I can't wait to get started. But first, I want to share a quick word from a friend of the podcast, Finn Cotton.
I want to say congratulations on all your success.
Congrats to Finn Cotton Sneaker.
Para sa lahat ng mga kababayan natin dyan, Disenyong Pinoy.
Disenyo ng Pinoy para sa Pinoy. Dinisenyo ng Pinoy para sa Pinoy.
Dinisenyo ng Pinoy para sa Pinoy.
Disenyong Pinoy para sa mga Pinoy.
One of the best seller nila sa Fin Cotton, napaka-quality.
Napakasarap po sa paa. Halos parang natutulog lang yung mga hinlalaki ko sa paa. The best. Pin Cotton is the best policy. Nobody's perfect.
Thank you to our friends from Finn Cotton. And by the way, to those of you who can correctly predict the final score of the Ateneo-La Salle game this Saturday, you will win a free pair of Finn Cotton shoes, courtesy of our friends. So again, predict the final score correctly. And by the way, you can send in multiple predictions here on Playback, or if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook where this podcast is streamed live. Send in your predictions. Correct final tally will win a free pair that will be delivered to you directly. We now have Nico Rocha on the podcast to discuss this upcoming Ateneo La Salle game, which hopefully pushes through given the weather constraints. But it should make for an interesting matchup in part because Ateneo has won their last two games. They beat NU in a thriller. They beat UST in another close game. But they're facing a La Salle team that is also on a winning streak of their own, having won the last six games. Nico, how are you feeling, man? I know there hasn't been UAP in a while. No PBA too. You got a PBA break until Sunday. So just NBA for our basketball recently. But college basketball is always in the back of our minds. You even came up with a video about Ateneo potentially cracking the Final Four on your own podcast recently. So, you know, after the first round, I would say morale for the Ateneo Blue Eagles was pretty low because of the team's 1-6 standing, which, to be fair, they were in some close games. They just couldn't quite close it out because of the young roster. But here we are, and they're starting to show the potential of being a closer again, like we've grown accustomed to in the Tab Baldwin era. So, where are you currently with this Ateneo Blue Eagles team right now?
In general, medyo malabo na makapasok sila sa Final Four as much as my heart wants them to make it, no? As, like, di ko naman de-deny na I'm a homer for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. But if we're gonna use our brains, we're gonna use our the matchups. It's gonna happen in the next few days, in the next few weeks rather, not next few days. They need to go 4-1 to have a shot to make it to the Final Four, and that is just a shot. Because if they have the same record as UST, di ba may step ladder yun? So may ganun din, may isa pang hurdle that they need to go through. But to get to that step ladder, you have to go 4-1 while you have to expect UST to lose one of their games as well. So it's gonna be a tough one. this Ateneo-La Salle game, minention ko in my podcast na ito siguro yung mas may chance sila na matalo compared to beating UP. I'm not saying that Ateneo is favored over La Salle. I'm just saying na mas may onting chance in beating what do you call this? In beating the Green Archers more than the Fighting Maroons. So it's gonna be an uphill climb, but I'm gonna watch that game live. It's gonna be on Sunday, right? Is it on this Sunday na? Yeah. I'm gonna be there.
Sorry, my bad. That's Saturday, October 26th.
Saturday, then even better is in 2 days.
Yeah. So
In MOA.
in MOA ba? I think it's in
MOA.
MOA. Yeah, if I'm
I
not
think it's in
mistaken.
MOA. See you. Regardless.
So
MOA.
my weekend schedule is going to be crazy. I'm supposed to have my little birthday gathering Friday evening, which hopefully
Tuloy ba?
right now I'd say yes, but if the
Kasi
rain,
dito lang kami. Right
yeah,
down the street.
if the rain gets really bad, then I might
Oo.
have like my SNR order for our drinks for the party was canceled earlier because of the rain. So let's see
Bukas
how
na lang daw.
tomorrow responds. It's either I order it or I go pick it up, but we'll see. Hopefully it pushes through. Hopefully I see you and Mitch there. And then Saturday I have a lunch for a friend's wedding coming up, kind of like a get together, bond with the other guests before the wedding kind of thing, which is very unique. So shout out to my high school friend Ram for thinking of that, hosting a lunch for everyone to get to know each other before the actual wedding, right? And then I'm gonna go to MOA for that game, Ateneo-La Salle, and then head back to Makati for a bachelor's party. And then Sunday naman, we got more UAAP and the start of the PBA finals. But anyway, you guys aren't here to listen to my social life schedule. You're here to listen to the UAAP. I like the last two games for Ateneo because they won close games and they won those games by coming up with defensive stops at the end of these games.
Mhm.
Against NU, yes, they let the Bulldogs rally despite Ateneo looking like that was a sure deal late in the contest. But against UST, yes, they also blew an early first quarter lead, but that was to be expected. It was technically UST's home court also, right? They, I mean, Ateneo at Balogun, UST did not have Tungkara, but I thought that wasn't such a big difference. And Sean Kiteves, the captain, making the big play towards the end of the fourth period. But you got so many contributions from other guys like Jared Bahay, Chris Porter, Ian Espinosa, Chris Kuhn played big too. Beating LaSalle is a tall order right now, given the way the Green Archers are playing. LaSalle, by the way, is starting to get hounded by some injuries. But given the way the Green Archers are playing, given the way they just beat Adamson, how they went up big against UST before letting the Tigers rally, how LaSalle just beat UP as well, you have to wonder, like, does Ateneo stand a chance? But I think at this point, a win for Ateneo isn't literally a win in this game. A win for Ateneo, I would say, is a great performance where maybe they can keep it close for 3.5 quarters. And my expectation is LaSalle pulls out at the end. But that would be another morale booster for Ateneo. And look, they have 2 games left against UP and LaSalle, which I think will, if they can somehow win one of those 2 games, then I will start considering them a legit possible Final Four threat. But it's hard, tough mountain to climb right now. But if they can manage to win one of those 2, it's great. It's great. But is it going to be LaSalle? Right now, my guess is just no. I don't think they have the firepower to match the Archers.
Yeah, but if we're gonna look at the playing as the devil's advocate here, gonna root for Ateneo in this conversation. Kasi nag-pro Lasal ka na eh, nag-pro Lasal talk. So I'll do some pro Ateneo talk here. Heading into this matchup against Lasal, we have seen the rejuvenated play of Andrew Bongo. Ian Espinosa as well has also shown up in the past few games, which is great because you need all of these guys to show up, right? Sean Tuano as well. Chris Kuhn was not present in the game against LaSalle in the first round because of that ankle injury. And Chris Kuhn has been also sorry, kala ko may dumapa sa akin. And Chris Kuhn has been also doing well in the past 4 games. I actually messaged him about it na he's actually getting more confident with regards to how his body is moving. And then I was like, oh nga pala, nagka-ankle injury. And I want to give a shout out to Balogun. He gets a lot of hate from the Ateneo community or just UAP fans. Not UAP fans in general, more of the Ateneo community because the Ateneo community has a what do you call this? Has a
Unreal expectations.
unreal expectations for an FSA, especially coming off Ange, coming off Obasa's 1 year. wherein nakikita natin na Obasa is a import in the Asian tournament, di ba? He's been playing really well as a defensive force. But other than that, if you look at the rest of the guys, it's nice to see na people are stepping up. Solid Balogun Believers Club. SBBC, I'm part of that. Yes, I'm part. So sabi ko kay Nav na isang araw na, uy, Nav, solid yung laro di Balogun. 7.6 rebounds. I'll take it. Diba, I was telling you that. Nasabi ko, shit, ganda nito 7 and 5. And he was like, okay. Parang, sabi ko, like, just compare it. Hindi niya ako pinansin. Hindi niya masyado, yung fascination ko with 7 and 5. Pero, if you check naman yung progression niya, magigets mo yung sinasabi ko. Kasi medyo unplayable siya nung summer games eh. Tapos 7 of 9 from the free throw line, sasabihin ko rin niya na natatawa kami ng mga friends ko na kanino bibigay yung bola, free throw, end of the game. So, kung bibigay ko yung Balogun, 7 of 9. So, mga jokes kami na gano'n na he's actually a solid free throw. Na, joking lang. May ano yun, hindi ko sa kanya bibigay end game. Bibigay ko pa rin kay Bahay more,
oh my God.
Sabi ko lang na, yung free throw shooting ni Balogun has been encouraging to see din as well. He's not that 30-40% that some people think he is, but more on the borderline sa 60-70, parang gano'n.
You guys went from Ange Kwame is the greatest FSA of all time over Ben Mbala to 7 and 5 Balogun. Let's go!
Pero gets mo, di ba? Gets mo, kung saan namin nakita kasi namin yung 2 fouls in 2 minutes. Tapos, we send him out. And then, di mo na siya babalik kasi Ateneo has no momentum already. He's playable now.
He is playable. He is playable. I'll give you that. Like, at least if you put him out there for... How many minutes did he play against UST? He played 14 minutes against UST, 9 points, 1 of 4 shooting, 7 rebounds. He got fouled 5 times.
9 and 7, better than 7 and 5. 9 and 7.
And he only had 1 foul, and he was a plus 11. He went 7 of 9 from the free throw line, which is ironically, like you said, probably the best for an Ateneo player right now. But this was also a UST team without Motong Kara. So, I was expecting
there was
maybe
no
a
Motong
double-double.
Come on, it's Balogun, bro. Why are you expecting a double-double?
Because the other team doesn't have an FSA, bro.
Expecting Ben Simmons to play at least half of the games in the NBA. We all know that's gonna happen.
Oh my God! Hey, Ben Simmons played better than Jimmy Butler today, man. That shit was crazy. But
yung kanina, no?
Yeah, too bad.
I was watching the Miami games. What the hell? What am I watching?
It was close for 1 half, and then Pat Riley has this awesome. Yeah, bumitaw, man. They gave up. It was disgusting. But hey, listen, the Balogun Believers Club. Let's put this on the record now. Like, if you guys are part of the Balogun's Believers Club, like, you guys send a message in the comment section right now. Let me know who's part of the Balogun Believers Club. Next question.
Mag-chat din ako.
Next question. How do you guys apply for the Balogun Believers Club? What are the prerequisites to be a club member? Nico, enlighten us.
Diba? Whenever mag-check in sa Balogun, you gotta, yung malakas talaga na yung pag-clap. Tapos every time he gets a rebound, I knew it. Like, siya yung reason ba't natin siya kinuha sa CEU and not Henry. Kailangan mo magbigay ng pep talk sa sarili mo na ito yung intentionally na pinili natin. This is our guy. Malik Diouf, who? Let's get Balogun. Henry Agonane, who? CEU imports will take Balogun. You gotta pep talk yourself in every game. Eh.
You know how there's 5 stages of acceptance or something. Is there 5 stages of being a Balogun Believers Club?
Andito na ako sa last stage, sa acceptance stage na ako. Dumaan ako sa stages na yan. I'm sure lahat ng part ng club na yan, dumaan dun. So pag naka-part kasi ng club, nasa final stage ka na eh. Hindi ka makakapasa without going through that phase. So pag nasa ka pa, medyo may galit ka pa whenever he botches a layup, hindi ka pa part ng club. Wala pa yun. You have to go through the phase. It takes a while. It takes a while to be part of this prestigious club. It's I would say it's a hard process to be in. To participate in, and kami mga members magde-decide, this guy is a SBBC club.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Legit question, honest question. In your all-time UAAP FSA Mount Rushmore, where does Balogun rank? Is he number 4?
Wala pa tayo dyan. Wala tayo
Is he
dyan. Sa
three?
acceptance stage pa lang tayo. Wala tayo sa stage na we're gonna put him on a pedestal. We're in a believers club. We're not a delusional club. Believer lang kami. Believers Club. Ulit SBBC. Wala naman siyang ano ba yan? Solid Balogun Pedestal Club. Hindi naman siya SBDC. So, easy ka lang.
Hey. If Balogun went 1-on-1 with Giannis Antetokounmpo right now, how many plus points would you give Giannis as the underdog?
Minus 20. Papabigyan lang na
Minus
isang
20 si Balogun versus
Hindi,
Giannis?
minus 20 si Giannis. Plus 20 si Balogun.
Sineryoso mo naman.
Kaya minus 20.
Okay.
Kasi baka may isang putback dyan na maano siya. Di ba may mga weird siyang hulog na pumapasok yung mga putback niya and he's falling to the ground. So parang, okay, yun. 1 point.
Bro, Balogun scoring a putback dunk over Giannis would break the internet, man. Would break the internet. Now, okay, that got me thinking though. Seryoso na. I mean, but if Balogun's in your list, more respect, more power to you. I will cheer you on your journey. I will not partake, but I will cheer you on your journey of becoming the ultimate Balogun believer, man. But no, legit talk though. Who is in your Mount Rushmore of UAAP FSAs? That got me thinking.
How many? 4, no?
Four,
Mount
yeah.
Rushmore. Ange, Ben, Mbala.
In order, like top 1 to 4.
Ange for me. Ange, Ben, Mbala. Ano ba? Karim Abdul is there. Because OG started, not started my UAP career with him, but he's one of my earliest memory. And then my last one is a personal favorite, Charles Mami. I always know Charles Mami gets you an occasional 16 to 17 rebounds a game. And, although they would lose, but they're still sick. And he's very dominant. Laki yung tao, like 6'8", 6'9". Lapad ni Charles Mami. I like Charles Mami. Ay! Mahirap actually. Because I forgot about Malik, right?
Si Kirk Long, di mo masasama. Di ba technically FSA si Kirk Long? I think technically he was.
Sorry, I have to put Malik. Kasi nag-champion. Personal na lang, ano na lang pala. Ano tawag dito? Oh, ba't may lumabas na ano? Ano ba?
That's the Balogun Believers magic, bro.
Yeah. Well, ano pala, sorry. I forgot about Malik. I gotta put Malik over Mami. Si Mami is a personal favorite. Pero Mount Rushmore, since seryoso nga itong usapan na to, it's Malik for the 4th one. Malik is better than, what do you call this, Karim Abdul. So I put 3rd.
Malik won a championship and MVP, so
Exactly. Yeah,
you
3rd
kind
si
of have to.
Malik, then 4th si Abdul.
Yeah, I would go Ange number 1 because of the championships and the success.
Wow,
And
I'm surprised as a La Salle yan. Di mo nilagay si Mbala over...
I think accomplishments and accolades. I mean, look, Ben could have won way more had the UAAP board not ruled a certain way. If you ask his feelings about it, I'm sure he will describe it in colorful terms. Actually, I wrote an article. One time, sorry, a story lang. I talked to Ben on the phone. He was literally on the airport to leave the Philippines. And that's when he gave me one of the ultimate quotes I ever heard. He was like, I wish the UAP board would stop robbing players of their careers. And I was like, God damn, way to leave with a bang, Big Ben. But anyway, yeah. Ben's my number 2. Number 3, Malik. Number 4, Alfred Aroga. Aroga was...
Champion.
Sheesh! Probably number 2 next to... Maybe tied with Ben in terms of defensive impact. Defense lang And he also won a championship, and I love this story. And he helped NU. He was the best player of an NU team that won a championship for the first time in 60 years. That's cold, bro. That's tough. Respect.
Yeah,
all right.
Coach Ipa. I love Coach E.
Ooh, Coach E. Yeah, that was a good season for NU. The 2 games they won against Ateneo was nuts. No, that was the year Kiefer was going crazy, and then NU was such a bad matchup for them. Oh. I think NU went 4-0 against them or 3-1 against them.
Alam ko they were either 3-1 or 4-0. It's the Pau Havilona where doon na-introduce si Pau Havilona yung pangalan niya to the draft boards. Because he was the one locking. Tawag sa kanya.
Kiefer stopper, right?
Ayan, sakto. Franlu sakto with the comment, yeah.
I can tell you, Kiefer was not thrilled about there being a Kiefer stopper, and he was motivated to prove there was no such thing as a Kiefer stopper after that. But okay, now I want to take a look at some of the statistics over here because let's look at the league rankings. We haven't done this in a little bit. Where do you think Ateneo ranks right now in terms of defense? Because they were one of the, shall we say, lower ranked teams when it came to holding the opposition from their scoring, right? But do you think that they have improved as of late?
No, they actually gave up a lot of points to UAP standards, no. Are they 5 right now or 6? I don't have any
Let's
stats with
check.
me in front.
Let's
Let's
check.
play a game.
Team
I'm just
rankings
Are they
on
number 5 out of 8 right now?
in
I don't
points
have the stats with me.
in points allowed. Okay,
Points
let's
allowed.
play.
Points allowed.
Let's play a game. Let's play a game. With each stat that you guess right, Balogun will score 5 points
Oy,
in
sige.
Ateneo's upcoming game against La Salle.
Feel ko
Okay,
Ateneo nasa
let's
5
play with fate here.
Oo.
They are. Ateneo second to last at 7, 69 points a
they're
game to
worse.
opponents.
7. They're number 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if it makes you feel better, UST is dead last, and they're the only team allowing more than 70 points a game. Like Ateneo is 7.
Ang fast pace ng Uste. They wanna run the ball. They wanna
Yes.
so parang nadala na sistema rin nila yun. They give a lot of points. They're also gonna score a lot. So
Yeah, so Ateneo is allowing 69 points a game. Nice. And then UST is 73.7 at 8. Let's see. I want to find. Okay, this one. Where does Ateneo rank in terms of field goal percentage allowed? So, how efficient are opponents against them?
I feel like Ateneo is second best. Like you think second best sila sa field goal percentage in general?
Field goal allowed, not field goal that they score. Like field goal allowed defense.
Usually kasi pag Ateneo nanalo yung field goal percentage ng kalaban nasa 35 to 36. Second best nga.
Ateneo is allowing 41.5% to their opponents.
41 point. Actually, I forgot about the losses. They only have 3 wins.
Which is last in the UAAP, number 8.
Crazy. Okay, so they have, whenever they win, they have to reach that mark at 35 to 37. But if they go beyond that, it's automatically a loss. That's crazy.
It doesn't help that your FSA can't stay on the floor, diba? Oh, sorry guys. The Believers Club, don't come after me, okay? I know this is a cult forming right now.
15 minutes. 15 minutes ang lang pinapala. Galit ko. Huwag naman ganyan.
So, there's a reason why he's only playing 15 minutes. So,
I don't have the stats with me. We're playing a game here, so I don't want to pull up the stats. Just guess.
Okay, let's use a defensive stat, right? Ateneo ranks pretty good. 3-point field goal percentage allowed. Where do they rank?
Oh, I think they're number 1. I feel like they stop the 3-pointer really well. Is that correct?
You're close,
they
but they're actually number 2.
Okay, so yun. So the
2.
3-point percentages. Is it a 28? 27?
They're allowing 24.2%.
Oh, even lower.
Here's
24.
another one.
Who's number 1? Who's the number 1? Adamson, no?
La Salle.
La Salle?
Yeah, La Salle.
Okay.
So here's another one. Where does Ateneo rank in perimeter points allowed?
Well, it makes sense if you're number 2 in 3-point percentage allowed sa defense. I'm assuming top 3 then. Sa perimeter points lang na they're one of the best in limiting their opponents.
Number 2, 23.6%.
Ito no, it correlates with the percentage.
Okay, here we go. Where does Ateneo rank in points in the paint allowed?
Malaki yan. They're dead last. I think they're dead last year. 7-8.
They're number 8. They allow 31.6
They give up a lot of inside
points. Yes.
Obviously naman, they're small.
I wonder why.
Bakit nga?
Rebounds allowed. Where do you think they are?
They're also second to the last, I believe.
They're second to the last. Yes, 46.4. But you know who's last in rebounds allowed? You'd be surprised. I'm surprised.
Can I guess?
Go for it.
La Salle?
FEU.
FEU.
Yeah.
Mo ko nate. VJ. Weird, no? With VJ
Weird.
Pre and Mo ko nate.
Very, very, yeah. Let's put this up on the screen so our friends
Also,
can see
Cholo Ateneo
also.
has been playing the pala the past 3 games. I was like, oh, Cholo
Hey, welcome
Ateneo.
back. Eh, no? Actually, you
Yeah.
know what though? I like how he's fitting into a role properly. Good for him. Good
But at
for
this
him.
point now, he's not supposed to fit into the role. He's supposed to be the system with how he's supposed to be hyped, with how he's hyped to be. Parang for
Mm-mm.
me, hindi enough yung, oh, he's fitting well to the system. I'm like, you're supposed to be the system, my guy. You're supposed to be the second option, at the very least. So I don't know. It's maybe the injury bug as well for Cholo, which sucks.
Look at the stat I just highlighted. This impresses me. Turnover points allowed. Less than 10
Turnover
turnover
points.
points allowed. Now, look, LaSalle is dead last year. They allowed the most
They give up a lot of
turnover
turnovers.
points. So maybe this doesn't, and Ateneo's number one, 9.22. So maybe it doesn't exactly correlate to winning basketball. I think it says more about the pace of which both teams are playing at. But you can see that Ateneo, like, they're not gonna run you down. They're not going to play a fast-paced game. They are going to make it a half-court game where it's slow, where they can take their time, set up their offense, and then perhaps try to out execute you when it matters most late in the quarter. And that's what they've been doing the last two games. In the fourth period, they've been consistent. I mean, not exactly consistent, but they've been playing good enough to win. Last time you were here, Nico, I think I told you that I'm so intrigued about Chris Porter and how he's gonna grow. I think he can be like a Jason Perkins type. To me, he is a mold of Rafi Verano and Jason Perkins. I think that's where I've settled in. Does Ateneo have the two best UAP rookies this season? I'm gonna say right now, yes. Right?
Porter and
I mean,
the Porterhouse crew.
with all the love for VJ Pre, who is also pretty good, right now Ateneo has had the two most impressive rookies, and part of the reason why is because these rookies have added responsibilities they have to take care of, but they are slowly starting to flourish in these roles. That probably gives Ateneo some excitement, right? Knowing that at least for the next 5 seasons you get to watch Chris Porter and Jared Bahay do their thing.
Yeah, I feel like here in the second round, mas magagamit pa sila, mas ma-utilize. I like how they also try to look for ports majority of the times as well whenever he's on the floor. Naaawa lang talaga ako pag namamatch si Ports sa mga FSA. And kasi alam mong wala nang ibang pwede. Which is, Coach Tab, si Balogun, kaya pa ng 5 minutes yan, to be honest. Kaya pa ng 5 minutes. I wanna preserve Ports because I feel like that's gonna be too much on his body na lagi mo siyang every game is gonna match up with. Even though na siya yung mukhang nambubuli ng FSA, it kind of takes a toll on his body as well. He's giving up 4 or 5 inches against the FSA. So, but I like how they're involving him more now in round 2 compared to round 1. Si Jared, same lang naman parang production ni Bahay. Or rather, same yung usage rate. Based on what I've seen, at least in the eye test. There's no usage rate dito sa stats natin, di ba? That's too much advanced stats.
Let's go on offense this time.
Mm.
Let's play the prediction game again. League leader in field goal percentage, most efficient team in the UAAP overall.
Most efficient team in the
Field goal shooting
UP.
wise.
UP.
Yes, UP. 43.7%. LaSalle is next, 41%. Best 3-point shooting team in the UAAP.
UP.
At 34%.
But they take less attempts, right?
It's not UP
Still the same.
anymore.
Huh? Di na, so LaSalle na?
It's LaSalle. LaSalle is now number 1. And you know,
LaSalle na. So nag-switch na sila. 1 and 2 lang naman sila daan eh.
and you know what's crazy, what's crazy, Nico, is that LaSalle has taken the third most 3-point shots this UAP season. Number 3.
They went down. They were number 1 at one point. They were number 1 at one point.
But to be the most efficient team at 34% and the third most volume team with 3-point attempts, that is the kind of balance you want. Effective shooting in high volume. UP is number 3. They're 31.1% from downtown, but they have taken the least amount of 3-point shots in the UAP at 161. This is gonna sound crazy, but guess who has taken the second least amount of threes this season? They also happen to be the second most efficient 3-point shooting team in the UAAP right now.
UE? Sila na rin alam ko nagtitres eh.
Yep, UE is
Oo, UE.
31.4% from deep, but they have taken 172 threes. Second to last in terms of volume.
You
Just
would
for
you wouldn't
yeah,
think na they're second to last, no? I would always think that just because of dun sina Welo at sina Ethan Galam, you would think nasa top 3 sila. Pero nasa second to the
exactly.
last pala.
Exactly.
That's a trivia game for sure. That's a trivia na not everybody will be able to get or guess correctly.
Guess who's taken the most amount of threes in the UAAP?
Most amount of threes? Sino nga ba? Ateneo. Hindi
Ateneo's
Ateneo.
second, 259
Okay.
attempts.
Who's number
66
one?
out of 259, 25% for Ateneo from downtown.
FEU?
UST.
UST?
So UST and Ateneo are in a similar boat where they take a lot of 3-point shots. UST has taken 283 to 10 games. Ateneo has taken 259 through 9 games. But UST is only at 26.5% and Ateneo is only at 25.5%. So that's not exactly the kind of math you want. Let me put up the other offensive statistics right now so everyone else can see it. And maybe Nico, you can check it too, see if there's anything that stands out to you. Perimeter points, La Salle leads the league, 32.4. Points in the paint, UP leads the league, 34.75. So that's where they get their most that's where they make their most damage. Ateneo leads the league in free throw attempts.
Funny, no? Considering they considering they're one of the smallest teams.
Bro, be
But they have a
careful.
lot of
You'll get
They got a lot of
conspiracy theorists telling you that
Oh,
the refs are favoring Ateneo again.
Hindi pa tapos. No. I'm saying they're one of the smallest, yeah, but they have so much slashing. They get it so much from Tuano, from
Yep.
Kuhn, from Porter getting hacked in the paint. Madami. So, it makes sense pa rin with the way they're playing.
They're getting 23.22 free throw attempts per game. UE is number 2. You'd expect UE to be a live and die by the 3 kind of team, but they actually take not a lot of 3-point shots, and they take actually no, UE doesn't take the second most free throws. Sorry, that's La Salle. La Salle at 208. But La Salle has taken 208 through 10 games. Ateneo has taken 209 through 9
In 9
games.
games.
I want to see, is there free throw percentage here? I want to see free throw percentage.
There should be. Free throw
Parang
percentage. Bakit ako may nakita last time? Di ba? Parang I saw Ateneo's at 48-49%. Ano ba to? Defense?
offense. Anyway, I'm gonna try to find that.
Check mo yun.
But
May
yeah,
nakita ko 48-49% before Ateneo. So,
have you checked the remaining schedules of both teams by any chance?
yeah, I have. I made a graphic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You posted it?
Yeah. Nandun sa podcast ko eh, pero pwede ko i-share dito. Teka lang.
Got you.
Dapat
Interesting.
Share screen ko ba?
Go for it. You can share screen ba?
So,
Anyway,
I think.
but you've
Can I?
seen the remaining schedules. Who has the easier path to the final four spots?
Actually,
Number
just send it to
3
you
and
now.
number
Just wait
4.
lang.
Go
I
for it.
made
Go
a
for it,
graphic para you can just, yeah.
Then I'll put it, yeah. But I think it helps UST that they faced UP and La Salle already. But that loss to Ateneo really stinks, huh?
I mean, but UST has the easiest schedule compared to everybody. You'll see it's a graphic na for me. UST has the easiest schedule compared to the others.
True, but
Pero paitulog sila sa...
You would have thought though that they'd beat Ateneo, right? I mean, now you can make the case that UST can maybe compete against anybody, but also lose to anybody.
They also lost to Adamson in round 1. I'm just saying. That was also like a random thing that happened. I was like, UST lost to Adamson.
Exactly. See, that's the thing about UST right now. Some days they're the team that you can't wait to see flourish into another contender elite team, and some days they're just a team that is with this bunch. So we're looking at the race to the Final Four right now, and
6 games pa eh, no?
much credit to the
UE.
6-man podcast. Yes, Nico's right. UE has UP, NU, Adamson, FEU, UST, Ateneo remaining. They have 6 games left. UST now 2 games below 500, but still currently the owners of the 4th seed, has FEU, NU, UE, Adamson remaining. That UE UST game is going to be very exciting. Ateneo at 3 and 6 has Adamson, La Salle. Well, this Adamson game is going to get postponed. La Salle, UP, FEU, UE, Adams with Ateneo, UP, UE, NU, UST, FEU with UST, UE, La Salle, Ateneo, UP, and then NU, who I think technically they're not out yet because they're only one game back. But it's hard to see them maybe advancing, but who knows? Anyway, their schedule is UE, UP, UST, Adams, and La Salle. So based from this schedule right here, who do you think gets the last two Final Four spots?
Using my brain, it's UE and UST, but my heart, it's gonna be UE Ateneo. So let's stick with my brain, just because of the strength of the schedule, and Ateneo needs to go 4-1. Yun nga, that's the magic number for Ateneo. You have to go 4-1, while at the same time expecting UST to lose one of their next four.
If UST is to lose one of their next four, who would it be most likely to?
UE. Even though tinambakan nila UE last round. Mas may tulog ata sila sa UE.
That feels like such a long time ago now, but
Yeah, it was like a lot. It was like the first one of the first games, right? Like second game ata ng. Basta first second game ata yun. Was it first second?
yeah,
Game? Basta yeah.
First game of UST.
Yun.
Interesting.
Mm-mm.
Those final games, like that UE Ateneo game to end the season for both teams, it's going to be electric. Adamson UST, it's going to be electric. Adamson, like I said, UST, FEU, every game for some reason for them seems to just be very eventful.
That's the top five. UST 4, 2, 3 pala. Top 5 nga.
Especially when you consider that Jorik Bautista is so deadly in these late game situations. Grabe, no? But I think it's going to be UST per rin. Just my 2 cents on it.
UE, UST. Oh, yeah. Same. That's for me as well.
And that could be
outside looking at Ateneo.
If UST like wins these games, goes on like a 4-game winning streak to end the elimination round, then they enter the Final Four with momentum. Grabe, I mean, that's gonna carry them.
Which could happen. I mean, di natin discount na hindi nila kaya mag 4-0. It could definitely happen.
For sure. And remember, if there is a tied record between two teams for the 4th spot, it's going to result in a playoff, not a tiebreaker. A playoff
good
will
for
determine.
Good for us, step ladder.
A UST Ateneo game, a playoff to determine the 4th seed would be quite exciting. What if it's held at UST again? I think some people will not be too happy
wag naman sana. Home
about that.
Sa step ladder pa, naging ghost yung buong ano.
My God. Well, Blue Eagle naman or Samoro, according to...
Samoro, walang upuan. Pangit dyan. Walang upuan dyan.
My God. Where will the drums be? Is there space for drums?
Meron. Kasi may track oval. Samoro. Ang tanong sa nga upo.
Hindi ka upo, bro. Sa bench ng Ateneo. So you can hear tab.
You can bring 20 seats. Pero masikip Aboro, guys. Like, it looks spacious because it's but where do the people sit? Wala.
Yeah, that would be quite the challenge. But anyway, so my prediction is UE UST for the last two Final Four spots. How about you? Is it UE Ateneo? You're going with your heart over your mind here?
No, I mean, mahirap talaga mag 4-1. UE UST for me. Pero dire-desire ko na mag 4-1 Ateneo. Pero mahirap talaga.
If Ateneo could win one game, either against La Salle or UP, if you had to pick one game you would like Ateneo to win, which win would feel like way better?
La Salle. Kasi it's still their rival, diba? Yung pa rin for me. Even though na I really don't see us beating UP, bro. Like, I really don't see that happening. But sa La Salle kasi more of yung rivalry factor that adds to the history, and mas may 5% chance better than UP. So I'll take that 5% better chances.
Okay, so we talked about Ateneo-La Salle. We talked about the Final Four. We even talked about the Balogun Believers Club in our FSA Mount Rushmore.
SBBC.
Okay, let's play a little game here. Because before the season started, we determined that there would really be two trends or teams for the eliminations to follow, right? Number one would be who would be number one between La Salle and UP, because we knew from the very start that these two teams just a little bit too good for the rest of the league. And when UE beat La Salle and went on their winning streak, we started believing that, okay, maybe UE can crack that contender hierarchy. So far, based on the second round game, DLSU beat UE even without KQ playing well. Not saying UE is totally out of the picture, but they haven't proven at least enough to say that we should 100% put them in that picture. So it comes down to LaSalle UP still as the favorites for the contender status, the championship status, which means the other six teams in the league, we can fairly say this now based on the standings, they are in competition for the last two final four spots. Now, things again would have been different if there was an FSA for NU. Unfortunately, they don't, but they're not out of the running. Who knows? They just might surprise, in a game or two. Now let's go to LaSalle UP because ultimately this feels like the collision course that has been set to determine the champion this UAAP season. If you had to give three reasons why UP will beat LaSalle and then three reasons why LaSalle will beat UP, what would your reasons right now be? Like, fill in the blanks. UP will beat LaSalle because one, two, three, and then LaSalle will beat UP because one, two, three.
Okay, let's first start with UP. JD Kagulangan should play, should be there. Knock on wood, no, na wala nang injury heading into that matchup. So number one is JD. QMB's mastery over Mike Phillips. And then there's that revenge factor na let's not forget I mean, I don't want us to bring it to that incident, but I'm saying na I'm thinking about that. Mas may gigil ang UP more than LaSalle. So those are my three.
Interesting. And for
Those
LaSalle,
are my
what would be
three.
your three reasons?
You wanna win number one, you wanna win it for Topex. You gotta double down on that one. That's one. Number two, shit, wala rin si Abadam, no? More of maybe if LaSalle, maybe Mike would have figured out QMB. You have seen the tape, naaral mo yung kalaban mo, maybe this is the game where he strikes back. Because it was QMB ng round one. Obviously.
And QMB made it hard for Mike, but Mike also missed
Exactly.
some double shots, diba?
Yeah, pero that's because of a factor of the defense also of QMB or the ones who are marking him. Overall, he had a bad game during that one, not just because of QMB. They see that my third reason maybe a Joshua David proving why he's in the top 10 in the MVP. So yeah, more Joshua David. Yeah, I think that's for me. At the top of my head, without really, since it's a question that just came out of nowhere, so I could have better reasons eventually later on, but at the top of my head, yun.
You know
Either
what,
way,
too?
I'll be there to watch I'll be there to watch the game in person. That's gonna be interesting. I want to hear what's being said in the sidelines. I just want to be there, staying in the maroon side for a bit. I'll be there in the green side to see what alumni have been talking. Because it's the old titos na may nagsasalita. And for the UP side, it's the old titas. So,
do you have an old tito or old tita story or experience in a UAAP game?
yeah.
Give me one. Give me one. Come on.
Kilala mo to si ano? I don't want to give names
Yeah, you don't have to give the name. Just like what happened.
Basta tinanggal mo sa GC before.
Okay.
Kilala mo siya.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Tito joke in general, diba? Not tito joke, Tito experience in general, right?
Yeah.
Nangaaway talaga ng tao. Nangaaway talaga ng tao. Kapag kasama kami,
okay.
Kasi magkasama kami, we're just talking basketball. Kala ko, it's just our conversation. Next thing, may tira-trash talk siya sa likod. Tapos nakipag-aaway na siya. I was like, this is kind of volatile. So na-experience ko nung season 86. Tapos, when I was in high school pa, talagang lakas talaga well, may nag-aaway na tito, high school pa ako nito, alam mo yung Pizza Hut area sa Araneta?
Yeah, the one that was like in front of in front of Green Gate, somewhere there, right? Yeah.
Doon mismo, yung Pizza Hut na yun, napalabas. So, nakapila lang halftime, nag-aaway mga tito ng Ateneo-La Salle. So, yun yung ko talaga. Marami pa akong stories. Nag-aaway talaga.
As in, nagsuntukan?
Tulakan lang, kasi nandun yung mga anak nila.
Nandun pa yung mga anak nila?
The anak sad to stop
it. Bro. That's
the anak
crazy.
sad to mga anak nila. And I know na anak nila kasi kilala ko yung mga anak nila. What the fuck? Kasi
I
ako
hope those
nakadulo pila eh.
I hope those
Review.
titos had thumbs. Siguro na constipated sila after that. Just saying.
Alam mo yung mga tito na naka-tuck in na polo shirt tapos yung belt na medyo mahaba for their yung mga nakagano, yun, mga ganun. That's exactly what they look
Yung
like.
lumalabas na yung chan, tapos nakatak in.
Nakalabas, tapos naka-tuck in, tapos Ateneo Polo, La Salle Polo. So, may mga ganun talaga. And
happens, yeah.
people in the chat know about those. Hindi nyo pwede kontrahin because you know that.
Do you have
talaga.
Do you have a ranking of most annoying fan bases in the UAAP right now?
Oh, Ateneo-La Salle first. Ay, right now?
Yeah, like right now. Like most annoying.
I don't want to get cancelled, bro.
Yeah. Don't get cancelled, bro.
I don't want to get cancelled.
Okay. Let's move on.
I don't want to get cancelled. Mahirap. They like to watch my podcast pa naman, yung school na yun. So
the Abadam injury, I think it's actually a bigger deal than people have made out of it so far, because Earl was one of LaSalle's best 3-point shooters. He was one of their give the ball to this guy, he'll get you a mid-range shot. He was also a good cutter, athletic, and finish on the break, big body, not a great defender, but active, big wing. You need a big body.
It's a big wing.
Yeah. And I know the immediate reaction is, okay, so Golieno will have to step up now, or Makalalag will have to step up now. Maybe Andre Dungo will have to step up. And I like Andre Dungo. I think he's a solid young player, but the Final Four and the finals are different, especially when you're going up against a UP. And Abadam had experience, and that just gives LaSalle one less weapon to utilize. So, do you think the Abadam injury hurts LaSalle's chances against UP? Does it somehow strengthen LaSalle's chances against UP because now the rotation is more set? Or is it pretty much the same as it was before the injury was announced?
So I like Abadam as a player. It hurts their chances a little bit. Some people are overstating how big of a loss is Abadam, mainly because whenever Abadam scores or whenever he gets a defensive stop, ramdam mo sa buong arena. He's a crowd favorite. So talagang mararamdaman mo yung bawat galaw niya. Pogi pa. So kailangan talaga dagdag yun kasi adds to the flair of the mystery of Earl Abadam. But I'm also part of the Boris Marasigan fan club now. So the VMMC naman, VMFC.
Boris Believers Club, VBC.
Yun, Boris, VMBC. Ano ba? Boris Marasigan. But B? Saan galing yung B?
Believers.
Boris
Believers Club.
Okay, so VBC. Yeah, VBC, a part of that group also, no? Second to Balogun.
So may stocks ka. You have stocks on Balogun and Marasigan. How much did you buy per share? How much did you buy the Balogun share?
Siguro ko yung portfolio ko, 70% kay Balogun, 30% kay Marasigan. So
you bought low sa Balogun stock, like 20 centavos per share.
70% ka na portfolio ko, Balogun, medyo all-in yun.
Hey, to be fair, if you bought Balogun stocks at 20 pesos per share, you could probably sell it now at 21 pesos
I bought it at 5 pesos per share. Who said na it was at 20? It was at 5 pesos per share nung simula. Ngayon siguro nasa 12 na.
Oh, no.
Siguro ngayon nasa 10 pesos per share na. Hindi, sabihin si KQ.
Double.
Ito kasi, sabihin natin si KQ nasa 150 pesos per share. Ganon. So 150 pesos per share si KQ. Balogun right now is at 10. I bought him at 5. Dodoble ko na yung investment ko. Have you seen Balogun nung summer leagues? He is not playable. He was in his feelings kapag nafa-foul siya, and that's the reason why he couldn't stay on the floor. So, Balogun tayo. Marasigan. Kay Marasigan, I think now the loss of Abadam makes Marasigan mas yung minutes sa Marasigan. It's gonna be more set. His confidence is gonna get better. It's perfect against UP. You need guys like Marasigan kasi namamatch niya yung angas ng UP. Even though he's a rookie on paper. But with the way he plays, he doesn't look like it. But yung angas, Joseph yung angas. Merong angas talaga sa Marasigan.
Matapang siya, no?
Matapang siya. Pero yung angas kasi ni Joseph talagang he's gonna get in your face.
Aawain ka niyan sa
ano ko
parking lot.
aawayin
Ask
talaga.
Enrico Villanueva.
Yeah. Pero si Joseph Yo right now is such a quiet guy. He's just quiet. He's just like whenever I would see him, he's just a quiet guy na lang. Kasama niya asawa niya. He's just low key. He's like a wallflower right now. Ganun na lang yung si Joseph Yo. Pero whenever he's on the court, it's different. Yeah, Morris Marcigan is the benefit here, the benefactor of the loss of a Earl Abadam minutes, and it just hurts Lasabay a little bit. It doesn't move the needle as much.
I wonder though if kasi we know that Marasigan's matapang. Like he's not gonna be scared when he goes up against a UP or whoever the final four opponent is, diba? But at the same time, minsan yung tapang, you need to pull it back just a little bit no? Parang okay, easy ka lang, wait lang. We know that shot, you thought that shot was open or the lane was open, but you gotta calm down. I think IQ is very important when you start playing in this high stakes game. And I thought Loki had good IQ. So let's
He
see.
does. Batang gilas din yan. So,
But the real question I want to ask is, okay, if you're saying your Balogun stock went up from 5 pesos per share to 12 pesos per share.
10 na lang.
10, okay, 10. Don't you think now is the right time to sell and capitalize? Is it time to maybe take some profits on your Balogun stock?
nasa believer stage pa tayo, di ba? Nasa believer stage pa tayo. So, I'm still believing na I feel like I'm gonna hit a 21, 22 peso. Not this season, maybe. Not this season. Hopefully by next season. Or baka, sabi natin sa Pinoy Liga, mag 15 and 15 siya. Baka that is the time to sell. Kapag nag-double-double na siya sa Pinoy Liga or sa Phil Oil, that is the perfect time to sell.
So you ain't flipping Balogun stocks right now?
Not now. Nasa believing stage pa nga tayo.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Let's play a game. I'm gonna name random UAP players. Let's try to determine what their stock value would be per share right
si
now.
KQ's at 150 pesos. So number one si KQ, diba? So let's say he's 150 pesos. Let's make that the
That's the cap. So let's say 150 pesos.
150 pesos.
Okay. I'll give you your player. Kyle Paranada now. I would buy low, bro.
I would buy low. He's a buy low right now.
Let's say I was a broker and you were buying. What would your offer be?
25. Mababa si Kyle ngayon.
Interesting.
25
Yeah,
pesos.
I agree. And by the way, to those listening to the podcast right now, watching it, feel free to send in your answers too. I would probably go 15 on Kyle right now.
15 lang?
1.5. I mean, he's not playing Now is the perfect time to buy low. Diba? Buy low.
Actually, maybe the ghost of the Kyle Paranado of UE is still in my mind na this guy, give him more minutes. Kaya feel ko na sa 25. Maybe ako yung mga tina-target na mga suckers out there for Kyle Paranado believers.
How about VJ Pre? What would your VJ Pre stock be? Kasi you're betting for the future with VJ Pre, diba?
VJ Pre right now?
Yeah.
55.
Oh, wow!
150 yung cup natin, 150 yung cup natin, Not 100.
Well, I guess it depends. Okay, let's say you had 150 exact to spare. I mean, I would go all in on KQ if KQ was 150 and I had 150. But
we have 150 pesos. Like sabihin natin, you give me 150 pesos. Tapos, bibuild tayo ng like, how many stocks are we gonna buy here?
Well, that depends. I guess
let's buy 5 stocks.
Well, we don't have to make a 5-man unit. I guess it depends na parang if you're thinking long-term, how will I get good investment in return? How much would you buy for VJ Pre right now? Considering you have 150 pesos in your portfolio, your savings, let's say.
Feel ko talaga nasa 50 range yun si VJ Pre. 50.
Wow. So you'd give 1/3 of your cap to VJ Pre.
Oh! Isa pa akong believer kay VJ Pre.
See, a good way to value investments or growth profit is,
this is something we made up on the spot, by
on
the
the
way,
spot,
guys.
yeah.
This can be fixed later on. We're just making things up here right now. By the way, baka sabi nila, tagal yung pinag-isipan, di nyo No, we just thought about these stocks right here.
Well, my mindset right now is, okay, if I am going to spend this much on a player, I want at least ×3 markup profit long term.
Kaya pa naman mark 3 at 50
So if you're going to pay 55 for VJ Pre,
50.
50. You're thinking 150 in return in the future in his prime. So if KQ is your standard for 150 right now, you're predicting that Pre could be on the same level as KQ.
In terms of production, not the same playstyle. Maybe
Yeah,
production.
not same,
Kaya.
not
Yeah.
production, but look, MVP, great defensive player, champion, best player on an accomplished program.
Yeah.
That is the standard of VJ Pre.
Yeah. For me, personal opinion ko lang naman yun.
I agree that I think VJ could be an MVP candidate in the future, but right now I would go 38 maybe. Yeah,
38 ka.
38,
38.
38, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm expecting like 120-ish in value in the future
Okay.
or
Okay.
a little lower. Okay, next player. We're doing one per team. Eli Ramos.
Oh, 15. 15.
15.
Yeah, 15. 15. Kasi ano eh. Wow, I just feel like he's a 15. Because Balogun right now is a 10, bro. Mas magagamit ko naman si Eli more than Balogun.
I would go 10 for Eli.
10 ka lang? 10 ka? Oh, fine. It's your stock. I'm...
Oh, Precious Momoway.
Right now?
Remember, he has 3 more years left in the UAAP, so that's part of the equation. If KQ is 150, how much is Momoway worth?
70? 70? He's top 4 in MVP, right?
Wait,
Top
if
5.
KQ is 150, Precious is only 70?
I don't know. Like, I mean, for what he has right now, what he's been giving you, 70 to 80 is a good range.
I'd go 100.
Huh? 100?
Yeah. If KQ is 150,
Bibigay ko kay Tongkara yun. Ako, maglalagay ako ng 100 kay Tongkara.
makes sense. I would do 100 on Tongka. I mean, I would have gone higher until I saw him lose his shit.
I love Momoe. I know him personally as well, but I'm gonna put 70 lang on Precious right now. We're talking about right now.
Good point here by JM. Feel ko nag-peak na si Momoway. Is that why you would only go 70? You think this is peak Precious already?
Feel ko malapit na siya sa peak niya. Sadly.
Hmm.
The shot IQ needs to improve. Pero I don't know. Medyo bad feeling ako na are we close to seeing the peak of Momoe? So
I think there's still more there. I think if he cleaned up the turnovers, improved, polished his post game a bit, I'm not banking on like if I pay 100, I'm not expecting 300. That's a little too much because you're getting someone who is like we've mentioned quite polished. I mean, not super polished, but skilled already. But I think he could go up from 100 to like 140. This is some weird math we're doing actually, but this is a lot of fun. Let's keep it going.
This can be fixed. This can be fixed for future episodes. It's a segment that you should put on other episodes.
We should make this a graphic and post it on IG so players can start posting.
All-Star Magazine fun tidbit na you'll never know, but baka pumatok yung article just how weird the article is. And people are like, ooh.
Oh, speaking of, a little teaser. We got something coming out on All-Star na medyo 2K UAAP collaboration.
Ooh.
Let's leave it there. We'll leave it there. We won't tease too much, but you guys stay tuned for that. Oh, and we came out with our first betting picks articles today, written by our friends Sanjay Villani and Dens. Exactly.
Congrats.
So this is not financial advice, just letting you guys know. But if you want some ideas on which picks might come in handy for the NBA games tomorrow, check that article out. Good money I won earlier sa Phoenix Suns. I got Phoenix plus 8.5 in the fourth quarter. Sheesh.
And they won.
Man. I should have gone money line. I was times 5. Okay, which teams haven't we done yet? We've done Adamson, FEU, UST. We haven't done UP. No, we've done Ateneo, Balogun. We haven't done UP yet. So UP. Ooh. Okay, UP. He's in his second year. How much per share would you give for Francis Lopez right now? Let's say there's still 3 years left in his career. I mean, we don't know if he's gonna stay, but we're just assuming the 5 years eligibility here. If he has like 3 years left and he is the player he is now, what's he worth now, and how much value could you make out of it in the future? Again, assuming your cap is 150 pesos and you're paying per share.
It's so hard. Francis Lopez. 100. For me, it's 100.
Oh, so he's like Precious level for you. Well, my Precious
No,
level for
70 lang precious ko eh.
So he's higher than Precious for you right
For me.
now.
Oh, for me.
Wow. You think that's gonna, what do you think that, let's say he played all 5 years, how much do you think the 100 would grow into?
Siguro nasa KQ levels, 150, 160. Kaya naman. Kasi
You
kaya
think Francis could, well, that makes sense.
Kaya, bro. Kaya. Mawawala na sina Let's think about it. Mawawala na sina Harold soon. Mawawala na sina, well, JD's gone next year. QMB's gone next year. Jerry, mawawala na. Sabay-sabay yung mga NU boys na, di ba?
Well,
Maybe I
Harold
believe na
has
siguro kung may
1 year
tatlong
left
taon
after.
pa siya.
Yeah, okay, no, but okay, let's say
Pero hindi naman siya,
if KQ's the barometer, you think Francis could match that? That means improving his 3-point shot, free throw shot, playmaking like KQ's level.
let's not say na magiging KQ siya. But maybe he's gonna produce numbers because of his strengths.
And
In a
impact
way.
like KQ.
And impact like KQ, but not exactly be like KQ. You get what I mean, right? He's not gonna be KQ. Kasi iba pa rin yung IQ passing talaga ni KQ eh. But more si Francis, just more of the kind of production, sabihin natin na mag 18 and 11, 18 and 10 with a steal and a block and 2-3 assists per game, with him being the focal point of a UP team, along with Remogat.
Ooh, Remogat's a good one.
Because Remogat's gonna be right.
I want to shout out a comment from our Facebook. Jeremy
Actually,
said,
what if UAP Teng is his ceiling? Because Jerome Teng, di ba? Like, he was still MVP level. That's good. Yeah. What if UAP Teng? Parang ganun. That's what I'm thinking. Hindi ko lang ma-pinpoint sino exactly like a player from before.
Oh no, man. I think that's disrespectful to Teng.
Disrespectful? Parang
Hey, Teng was clutch as fuck, bro. Teng was
second year
clutch
pa lang
as
ni Francis.
fuck.
Second year niya pa lang.
Jeron's second year, he won a championship and the finals MVP. Without Mbala, well, I don't know. Teng was a good shot maker. Like, Teng was a give the ball to this guy. He will hit floaters and mid-range shots. But Francis was way more athletic. So maybe that's where Francis counters.
Yeah.
Someone from the Facebook...
We need to fix our formula, bro. Like, this is a game.
This is for fun lang, though. I like it, though.
For future. Masaya siya, though.
I love how we
You're
came up with it.
Stock up, stock down.
Yeah.
For a week.
Jeremy
Stock
from
down.
Facebook said, last year, Bright Believers...
Bright Believers, yun ah.
Hey, I bet you Bright Nonko's stock went up when he became a UAAP champion.
By 2.
All right.
By 2 pesos.
Which team haven't? NU. Ooh, we haven't talked about NU yet.
Oh, sige. Reinhard?
I don't like Reinhard's game this season so much.
Ooh. So where would you value that nga ngayon? The fact na hindi mo gusto, 30?
You want to do Reinhard or...
Buy low ka kay Reinhard.
You want to do Reinhard or Steve Nash Enriquez?
Reinhard na lang. Si Steve
Sige,
Nash,
Reinhard.
ilang years lang ba yan?
I think may 1 year pa si Steve.
Oh, Reinhard may 4. Well, 3 pa ata.
Okay,
Tatlo pa.
So let's say Reinhard has 3 more seasons. How much is his value right now?
25. Feel ko na sa 25 siya.
That's a good value.
25.
If you get Reinhard at 25 right now, because I think it can go up to 100 by his 5th season.
Yeah, if he stays,
I think 100 is the limit. Kasi
feeling ko mag-50. Pag wala, sabihin natin si Steve Nash mawala next year. Feeling ko kaya si Reinhard yung may chance to double his stock.
Do you think Reinhard settles for too many 3-point shots though?
No, I feel like he's gonna focus more on facilitating with a sprinkle of a few head-scratching threes. But it's not gonna be settling naman too much. May mga few head-scratchers lang. Pero dahil siguro he's been facilitating too much. He wants to get his own.
One more team. Which team haven't we discussed yet? Ateneo we did, UE we did, FEU we did, NU we did, La Salle.
Sino Ateneo natin? Balogun nga pala.
Parang sa La Salle wala pa, no?
Wala pa tayong La Salle.
Oh yeah, so let's say La Salle. Kasi we know KQ's 150. And
Andre Dungo. Sino ba? Sino gusto mo sa Lasal?
Ooh!
Mason? Ano? Ba't ka natawa?
Nothing. Okay, well, no, someone playing. So,
Someone
to be fair
playing.
to every
Sige.
other player.
Sige.
Henry Agunane.
Hindi ako nani.
Yeah.
Right now, 20, 22? 21, 22. 20 pesos.
That's fair.
That's fair.
20 is fair. Because if
but
you
I
get
feel
him
like
at
it's
20, yeah, surely
55.
you'll profit.
I feel like his cap when it's all said and done is 55.
Let's say we had this discussion last year. 20 for Henry would become, next year. 20 for Henry, this point next year is what? Is it still 20 or it goes up?
Dude, I bought Henry stocks last year. I felt like I bought it at 40. Lugi ako by 20
That's
ngayon, bro.
true. That's true, actually. That's a good
Diba?
point. That's a good point.
40 bili ko kay Henry last year. After seeing what he has done this year, I was like, oh fuck, lugi ako. Lugi ako by half. I lost half of my money with the Agunane stocks.
Yeah, actually, Henry would be like 35 to 40 after the announcement or even after the off-season. But I think he will get that value back next year. Medyo kabado siya sa UAAP. You can see it. But I don't know. Let's see. We're wishing the best for Henry. Obviously, he's a good guy. We want to see him succeed. So I think we did all schools. That was pretty fun. We should do that again after the season.
Pero
Like,
with a more refined formula.
more nuance. More nuance.
More nuance. Baka we should have capped at 100. I don't know why I said 150. Maybe 100 is a good price range.
What I took out of this podcast was every year there's going to be a believers club. Last year, Bright Wangko. This year, Balogun. Let's see who next year's believers club will be. All right, that was a great podcast episode.
Believers club.
Very thankful to Nico for joining us. Very thankful to everyone who watched the podcast episode live. If you're watching it on Spotify or listening to it on Spotify, it's not live there, but do leave a review for the Spotify channel of this podcast. Subscribe on YouTube, on Playback, on Facebook as well. And thank you. Really like it when everyone is interactive. Good luck to everyone's fantasy teams. Good luck to everyone's NBA teams. Nico, anything you got coming up over the next few days?
Ano man, just subscribe to Nico Rocha to see what's next. Kasi wala namang PBA ngayon till Sunday. Wala namang UAAP. Actually, 2 days na lang. It's Thursday. I just hope everyone's safe kasi ang wild talaga ng ulan. Lakas ng ng hangin talaga.
I actually have an event at 9 p.m. today. I'm wondering if that's...
Ang dami na-cancel today.
They told me last night, tuloy daw eh. I'm checking my messages.
They were cutting trees in the village a while ago. Kasi medyo hazard. They were cutting trees a while ago. We were diving. So they're cutting trees.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, pero yun lang.
Stay safe, everyone.
I just love how the NBA is back. Warriors, we're gonna be the champs this year. Just beating the Blazers. Pero Buddy Hield is the second coming of Klay Thompson with no defense, and I'm all for it.
We'll see how that progresses. Thank you, Nico. Thanks, everyone. God bless. Stay safe. Appreciate you, Nico.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry, dami ako